And I am live. 9:59 Philippine time. And we have 5 people come in. Hello. Welcome. We'll give a few more minutes for some more people to come on in and join the party, so to speak. We'll get things rolling in just a couple of minutes. Looking forward to talking with you tonight about some not new things. Going through the back office a little bit more training on how to build and bring up your team. You know, we've got several different ways that we can go about doing that, and some take person to person talking, and that's one of the best ways about it. Others, you can just do it straight online. It takes a lot longer to make that happen with going through a lot more people, but it works pretty well. I guess I'm getting straight into it. So here we go. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to everybody who is joining us tonight on the call. This will be recorded and on my YouTube channel for later viewing. I know it's the middle of the night for some people and it's the middle of the afternoon for others. That's what happens when you get into a global business, and there's nothing anybody can do about the time. The sun does what the sun does, goes around this beautiful blue globe that we have. And some people it's night, some people it's daytime. So it's a nice thing that StreamYard sends this over to YouTube as soon as it's finished, and has it, and has it live on YouTube as well while I'm talking to you folks. It's a great thing. So here we go. Donnie, Terry, how you guys doing? Good to see you on board. There's 3 people now. I guess 2 left. Too bad for them. Tonight, let's just go through the, I guess I better share my screen before I do this. We're going to, okay, first of all, disclaimer. None of this is financial advice, nothing having to do with anything but education and learning on how to do some specific things with regard to the Neura business that we all are knowing and loving and working in such a manner that we all want to be sure that we have a decent income from it. And for most people, many people, so far so good. Others, well, they decide to be passive, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with being a passive sideliners. It just takes longer to get to where you want to be. One thing we have to look at is an old quote from someone. I don't remember who said it. Many people have been credited with the saying, but if you want something that you've never had, you're going to have to do something you've never done. And if you want more of what you got, keep doing what you're doing. So if you want to, hi, Jason, good to see you, my friend. So keep doing what you're doing if you want to end up with more of what you got. And there's nothing that anybody can do to help you out there. First thing I want to get involved there, get talking about is reading. Leaders are readers. If you are not reading to better your mind and figure out a little bit more on how to improve your life, your physical, your spiritual, your mental, every day, 15 minutes. I mean, we all have 15 minutes a day, and the books are as small as our phones now. Some people can read that tiny print, and PDFs and that sort of stuff. I need magnifying glasses for that. It's a good thing it's got the zoom. Turn it sideways, and we all got 15 minutes a day anyway that we can sit and read. There's a few books that I highly recommend. Psycho-Cybernetics. That's the one by Maxwell Maltz. That is the original self-help book. And if you haven't read it, read it. Ask for a copy. I can get a copy to you on a PDF. This is a plastic surgeon that got into wondering why people need self-esteem boost. I always came into his office and wanted to look better, feel so they could feel better about themselves. And through his years, he gathered a lifetime, of course, of experience and knowledge on how and why people do what they do. So he wrote this book. And when you read it, and I highly recommend you do, again, when you read it, you will find that every single self-help book written since is based on all the principles that are in this book. Sometimes you'll feel like you're reading a textbook, but do it anyway. It is an awesome, awesome, awesome read, and it will give you insights on hows and whys and ways people think that you may not have ever thought of before. And if you have read it, read it again. Another one is How to Win Friends and Influence People, Dale Carnegie. That's an old book as well. I think Psycho-Cybernetics was written in the 50s. How to Win Friends and Influence People was in the 50s or 60s. And always the time-honored favorite, Think and Grow Rich. You know, that was written back in the 20s. And wow, what a powerful, powerful, powerful book on doing more than what you think you need to do in order to get to where you want to go. Because that's, you know, we have people nowadays that are work to rule and wonder how come they never get ahead and that sort of thing. I'm old school. Always put in a little bit more or a lot more than what you're expected to, so that you can gain a little bit more knowledge, if nothing else. And the more knowledge you have, the more wisdom you get, the easier things come to you as far as opportunities and the ability to handle those opportunities. You know, one thing that I talk about quite a bit is this is another book that you probably need to read, is How to Be Rich. Neurotech has this opportunity for us that will make a lot of us, many of us, a lot of money. And we don't know how to handle that. Honestly, we don't. We get a bunch of money in our pockets and we go spend it. That's the way of things. Not just because of the economy. It's more because of this is where we get into the advertising end of it. You know, it's amazing how many advertising firms have psychologists working for them so that the advertisements are put out in such a manner that it rubs us in a way that we got to have it. Take my money, and you know, we got to have the new car, we got to have the 3,000 square foot house, we got to have this, we got to have that, and all those kinds of things. And this is why we need to instead of putting our right hand up and stepping forward, you put our left hand up and take a step backwards and one to the left. And not buy into all those principles, because when you get into that, you're always going to have more months left at the end of the money. And How to Be Rich, another book, The Wealthy Barber, taking little bits, doing little bits, one day at a time, a step at a time, to build a portfolio, to build a business, to, you know, always putting little bits aside and never touching it. You know, that is so important, and it holds true with Neurotech, because People start off, we got the $50 certificate. Okay, great. That's awesome. Let's get it going. And the robot has some food and it goes and eats and spends all that money on the advertising. And then all of a sudden people, oh, my robot stopped. How come? Well, because it's out of food. You can't put any advertising out there if you don't have any advertising budget. And the way Neuratech works is the advertising budget has to be there in order for the robot to be able to spend some money so it can make some sales so you can earn some money. It's the cycle of life. We start and then we go to this point and then we go to this point and we always have to keep adding to the bucket, and then the circle gets larger and larger and larger and larger as we add more to it. So make a commitment to put a little bit aside every paycheck, $50 a month if you can. Your first $50 will from the certificate will run your robot for a little while, probably about a month. Then you'll earn $70, $75, $68 to $75 I've seen. And what can you do with that? All right, well, then you get all the pending put into your cashback. Now you can pay the certificate back of the $50. And then all of a sudden you got $20 sitting in there you can't do anything with. Because when you use the certificate, you have to pay it back. And everybody should know that. When you pay it back, it has to be from the cashback. Okay. So once that happens and you pay the $50 back to the company, then your next transaction has to be for $100 from your cashback. Okay. Where's that going to come from if you don't have any advertising going? You got $20 sitting in there and nothing left pending because it's already come through, and well, your robot's not working because it doesn't have an ad budget. So if you turn around and you take $10 a week, $15 a week, and put it aside, the minimum deposit advertising budget purchase is $50. So if you have $50 every paycheck, by all means, put it in. If you have $100 every paycheck, by all means, put it in. If you have an extra 10 every paycheck, by all means, put it in. Or go get an envelope or open up a specific USDT wallet specifically for it and send $1.50 here and $2 or $3 there and $10 here. And whenever you have a couple of extra dust lying around, and that's another place that you can find some money too, is we have so many of us have so many Bitcoin wallets, and they've all got $2-3 in them and that sort of thing, or tokens on an exchange that we have 7 cents or less than a dime. And I know Binance and KuCoin, you can click a button and it says collect all the dust, and it goes to all your accounts that are very, very low balances and swaps them over for whatever token that you choose it to do so with. Binance, I think it swaps it over to BNB, and then you can take that and move it over to USDT, and then those little things add up. You can always find a little bit every now and again. I mean, $50 a month, for instance, that'll keep your robot going every month. Your first month, the first $50 certificate. During that first month, put away what there's 30 days in a month, right? Okay, so what's $50 divided by 30? We have $1.67 a day. Can you find $1.67 a day to put away to better your future? Okay, it's going to take 6, 8, 12 months, 2 years, maybe. But the beautiful part, go plant an apple seed. Put it in the little egg cup and and little soil and plant it and nurture it and water it, and it'll sprout pretty quickly and grow to start having branches fairly quickly. A couple months or so down the road, you'll be able to take that little tree and transplant it into your garden in your backyard, and then you can water it and sprinkle it and water it, and it'll grow bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. But you're not going to get an apple off of it for 2 or 3 years. Okay, so you have to think with the way Neuratech is built. It's a long-term project. I want to say that it's going to be a generational thing because of the way that it's set up. As long as people are buying things online, Neuratech will have a business model to work with. So look at this for long term. All right, stick with your job. I know you hate your job. Not everybody hates their job. I don't hate my job. Wait a minute, I don't have a job. Yeah, I do. I've got this one. But even when I did have, I really enjoyed what I did, and still do. If somebody, I actually got a phone call the other day from somebody I know down in Samal, and they want to put a waterfront development in, so I might have to go build another marina. Gosh darn golly gee. Anyway, but I love doing that kind of stuff. So but even if you hate it, stick it out. Take that $1.67 a day and put it in an envelope. Take that $2, $5 a day if you can. Don't buy your coffee in the morning. Make it at home. Why go and spend $10 at Starbucks when you can put that $2 to put $7.50 into your own business and make your own pot of coffee at home? That's probably better than Starbucks or Timmy's anyway. Start to budget. Do your budgeting, but budgeting's so limiting. It's so limiting. It ties me down. And no, it doesn't. It frees you. It frees you up. You put a budget. You know how much you have to spend. All right. You know how much your mortgage is. You know how much your car payment is. Your insurance is. Your electric. You have an idea. Your water bill. Those kinds of things. And those are bills that have to be paid. So you budget out that those get paid, and then you find out what's left over after those, and then you buy food. Okay. That has to be bought too. And then you've got a little bit left over called mad money. Do you go out and spend that at the bar? Well, all right. I don't diss that. Go and enjoy yourself by all means. But if you were to not do that, if you go out for dinner once a week, say, if you were to skip a week, there's $100 that you can put towards your business, right? And that will build your advertising budget. So the robot keeps working and your advertising budget gets larger and larger and larger and larger. And in a year's time, a year down the road, all of a sudden you've put in $1,200. The robot spent $600 or $700 of it, but you've still got a $400 or $500 active ad budget, and you're seeing the cashbacks coming in, and you're getting $20, $30 perhaps a day that you can also use to top up. And you keep going and you keep going until your ad budget is up to a point of, say, $1,000 active all the time. And then you can maybe stop putting in from your pocket and start putting in exclusively from the cashback that comes in. There's a PDF out there that I put together a long time ago, and it's still relevant because of the numbers that are on there, and the ability to turn $125 into $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 a month, $6,000, $8,000, $10,000 a month, even given the right budgeting. Okay, so you put your budget out, and then you find the money from your excess to put into your business. Right? Again, we all have bills that have to be paid, and the extra that we have. I know some people don't have a lot of extra, but there's can you find a couple of bucks a day? That's all it takes. A couple of bucks a day. And in a year's time, you're going to have a really, really good business going with Neura. All right. So budget, that's huge in building a business, and no different with Neura, because you want to continue to add to your advertising budget. And yeah, it's going to be out of your pocket for the first little while. And don't think that you can get away with doing this without putting any money in out of your pocket, unless you want to refer. Because if you refer, you can do this with no money out of pocket. Referring is scary to most people because, my God, I got to talk to somebody about something I don't know whether I know much about. Well, how do you refer people? You go to places like Leadsleap, and you open an account there, and even though that's its first function is to be an autoresponder for you, where you can make, and I highly recommend it, because you can make your lead capture pages and a sales page, and you go to your lead capture splash page, capture their email address and their name. And as soon as they click that button, then they verify their email address, and then move over to the sales page, which you can embed the 15-minute PDF presentation that's available on the Neura YouTube channel, and embed that right into your sales page. And then when they click the register button, that'll send them straight to your registration page. And then on the little bottom there, on the bottom there, it'll say, let's go back to Neura. Oh, I got to share my screen here in order for, or am I doing that already? I'm not. Share my screen. Here we go. Entire screen. Bam. Share. And here we go. Now we've gone live. Now we've got the mirror, the depth of the screen. All right, we'll go over to our Neura Global. And then sign up. You want to get, this is where your referral link, which is in your back office, will send people. You see down here, this was from from the corporate site, so it won't be referred by anybody. You want to ensure that whoever you refer here, your username is down in the bottom, invited by. If it's my referral link, this would say SA Bounty. Okay, and that's being changed from Stone Age Bounty to Sailing Auxiliary Bounty, because some other things are going on as well. I won't talk about that right now. But all I got to do is fill out these things, confirm the password, drag and drop. When it goes green, continue, and then it'll take you into your back office. And log in and show you a couple of things here. And I checked my office a couple hours ago. I don't know where, let's see if it's gone up a little bit. Oh, yay, a little bit more. So I'll put that back into my advertising budget as well. Every Sunday, make sure you press this button. Very, 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 very important. Some of you have found out how important that is. Because if you don't, and you do refer people, one of your referrals can come along and add $1,000 to their advertising budget. And if your robot's active, then you get the 5% commission from that, and you get the 5% commission from the sales that they make, from the the little bit of cashback that they make, and then all that goes directly into your cashback. And that's how you can start this business without any money out of pocket. Go and find 20 people to put $100 in. Guess what happens? 20 times 5, that's $100. You find 30, and then not only is your $50 certificate paid back, and yes, it goes directly into your cashback. It doesn't go into your pending. It goes directly into your cashback. So you go and find 10 people that put in $100, and all of a sudden you've got $50 in here. You can pay your certificate back, and then go find another 20, and then you've got $100 in here, and you can do your first transaction of $100 which I highly recommend that you put straight back into your advertising budget. Okay. Yeah. ADV balance is 0. And I can't have that. I really don't like that. So you go to your top up balance and you click Cashback. And sometimes it works. I'm going to select all. Sometimes it'll come up with I don't have enough money, but that's probably no. I know that. I know why it does that. Let's see if it does it this time. Oh, it did. Okay, so there was a little bit more than that in my advertising budget. Now there's still a penny. So at any rate, it took it in. If it tells you that you don't have enough money and you select all, that means you're a quarter of a cent short or 3/4 of a cent short of what they're showing you that you have. So just enter in the big numbers and the whole dollar amounts, and it'll take that, and away it goes. That goes straight into your advertising ADV balance, and in 48 hours that'll be moved over here. You can see I've spent $850 in my advertising budget. I spend today, I don't know what I've spent today, but anyway, I've got $1,000 in pending. Never mind the pending that has already moved over to my Cashback. I can't tell you how much that is. I haven't gone through my pages and pages and pages of sales. Here's, you can go look to check out your sales. Here they are here. And you can see I've got 142 pages of sales. I don't know which ones have been completed and have gone from pending into Cashback. So my guess is I'm probably about 30% in profit with my pending amount based on what pending amount and what I've taken out based on what the advertising budget, what the robot spent. Okay. So that's all you need to do there, top up balance. And if you need to not, there most countries in the world, you can use a credit card. There's a fee for it. Yep. There's a fee for it. Minimum $50. I don't know what the fee is. 5-10%. Usually online businesses that take cards, the credit card fees are high. That will be added to, and then it'll tell you how much. You can add it with crypto, which is what I always do when I do add it. You can go through TRC20 on Tether, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Monero, Dogecoin, Avalanche, Tether, AVAX chain, USD coin, USDC, Binance chain, Tether, BNB, all of these coins that you have a choice of what you can top up with, which is why I said earlier, in your wallets, take $1.50 out or 10% out of what you earn from whatever other programs you may be earning with. Take 10% out of that and put it into your Tether wallet or Bitcoin or Litecoin. And when that gets to $50, top up your advertising budget. And once you start doing that, you start getting excited about how big your advertising budget's getting and how much cashback that you're getting as well. You come back to my advertising page, you look at the commission that I've earned so far. I've been in this since October the 13th. I've earned $1,376 in commission, $17.52 today. The turnover on my team is almost 60,000. Okay. And right now there's only 31 people out of the 73 people I have as personals that are active. So all the other ones that aren't active, some of them I haven't done a damn thing. Pardon my French, or whatever language you want to reference that to. But some of them haven't done a thing. But they've referred some people, and those people have done something. Well, they expect the $50 to come and everybody to do stuff for them, and you're going to get that. That's part of the referring process. Okay, here's the statistics for referring people is 2 to 3% the people out there will do something. 1 to 2% will go crazy, like my strong leg, who has a very, very large organization. Let's have a look at the partners page here. $44,681 in one leg, 14,466 in all my other legs. Okay, I'm really pushing towards this 16 grand here. I'd like to make that by Christmas because there's a $400 bonus in it, you know, and to have a quick look at the bonuses that are available with the advertising budgets, that this is an active budget that you have to have in order to collect this bonus when you have this volume, which is split into two. Your strong leg has to have half of it, and your weak leg has to have the other half. The reason they set it up that way is so that you identify your strong leg and ask them every now and again if they need any help. And normally they don't, because, you know, I look at Bright and he's just going crazy. I ask him if he wants some help. I might even get him to do a business presentation at one point in time as a guest speaker, because he does some pretty amazing things. He knows what he's talking about. But all right, we get up to leading consultant. That's what I am right now, as it says it's reached. 120, you've got your bonuses here, 25, 75, 125. 400 is my next one, and then it goes 8, 16, 3,200, 6,400 as we move up the ranking bonuses all the way up to Funder's Circle, where you have a $530.8 million bonus. Going to get there in a year? 2025 can be a very, very good year. We all have to set goals in this sort of manner. Is where do you want to get there? When do you want to get there? How is it going to look to be able to get there? All right. If I need 3 people out of 100 that are working a business, and then what you want to do is take those three people 10 deep, starting with the one that's most active. You want to take them 10 deep, and out of those 10, you're going to find 1 or 2 more that you're training that person to help the people in their downlines, and it really brings the fire in too, because all of a sudden you're helping your downline to bring people in, and you contact them and say, hey, did you know that you have 3 downline already? What? No, I didn't know that. But you do. And they get fired up and want to start working with it. And they take one 10 levels deep, and you'll find one or two people out of that 10 that want to work the business as well. And then your direct that has gone 10 deep, they will have the knowledge by then on how to help those two or 3 people go 10 deep, and then they can go on their own. And then your second and third leg, maybe they're down 3 or 5 deep, and your third leg down 3 deep, and then you want to continue to build down to 10 deep, farther if you need to. And when they get to the point where they go onto autopilot, you let them, and then you check in on them every now and again, a couple times a week. Say, "Hi, everything going good? All right, good, excellent. Just let me know if you need anything," and give them some recognition in your groups and that sort of thing. And then work with somebody that's also putting in the effort, and help them bring in 5, 6, 8, 10 people, and then they get the knowledge and the confidence, because let's face it, everybody, nothing is easy. All right. Nothing is easy. We just get better at doing it. I didn't know how to rebuild an engine when I entered auto mechanics in grade 10. Well, I had an idea because I was tinkering before then. But by the time I graduated the 3 years with the auto mechanics out of high school, and today I can tear an engine down, put it back together in my sleep. Okay. It's not easy, You just get better at it, and you get to know the steps. And this is all that referring is a step-by-step process. And finding 3 people, I dare people to go out and find 100 no's in a row. Find 100 people anywhere on the internet. I don't care where, on the internet or even in elevators, at Target, Walmart. Go and talk to people and, hey, listen, I got this great business going on right now, and I'm looking to expand. Are you willing to take a $50 trial? I'll set you up with $50 to try it. You want to try it? Here's my number. Get in touch with me, or give me your number and I'll get in touch with you, or your email address, and I'll send you a short video to watch, and you've got a 2-minute video from the YouTube page. You've got a 2-minute video that you can send to them, and you can get back and say, all right, what'd you think of that? A couple of days later, did you get a chance to look at it? No, not yet. I'm going to look at it on Wednesday. Okay, well, on Wednesday, call them back, email them back. Did you get a chance to look at it? Good. What did you think? That sounds great. Where else can you get those kinds of? How do you do that? And you say, well, here's a 15-minute video that I want you to watch, and you send them the 15-minute go over of the PDF. I know it takes me an hour to do it, but their AI, that's how much better AI is. Their AI can do it in 15 minutes, and it's great. And then you get back with them after that. See, the secret isn't necessarily in the contacting and getting the videos out and letting the system do the selling for you, so to speak. It's in the follow-up. Did you get back in touch with them and ask, what did you think? What did you think? A lot of us, I'm not a big salesman. I enjoy sales, but I never sell anything. I let people know what I have to offer and remind them of what I have to offer. And that if they think that it can better their lives, I'm happy to provide it with them and help provide it to them and help them make sure that it's working properly so that it gives them the joy that they expected out of it from what was told to them when they first came into contact with whatever that product may be, in this case, Neuratech, right? We can bring a lot of joy into people's lives with this business, and it's not that difficult. And if you want to do just online, you can I dare you to sit at your computer for 2 hours a day and use sites like Traffic Ad Boost, Million Leads for Free, Herculist, Leads Leap. That's the other part of that, is you can set an advertisement up in Leads Leap and surf other people's ads and get credits for people to surf yours, right? It's a traffic exchange, and there's thousands of them out there. They're free to join, but you have to spend a little bit of time. You can buy ads on there too and not spend as much time. But if you're limited in budget, the free is the way to go. Traffic ads bar, I go to 4 or 5 times a week probably, and just sit there and click buttons. And it's fun because it's kind of a race between some of the other people that are surfing there as well to get into the top 500 or the top 100 that have however many ads you've looked at. And then you get 100 clicks under your belt, then that means that your site that you put on there gets 100 views. Okay, and on a traffic exchange, okay, maybe 100 views isn't all that much because there's so many opportunities being blasted in front of people. You want to make yours stand out, and you have to make it in such a manner that it gets their attention inside of 10 seconds, because that's how long you have to surf on the site. So if it gets their attention in 10 seconds, they'll click, oh, open that in a different link, and they'll look at that after I'm done my surfing. Okay. And there's ways to do that. That's why I have a splash page. I have a very, very short video on my splash page. That's what I put on Traffic Ads Bar. That's what I put on Herculist. That's what I put on million leads for free. That's what I put on all these traffic exchanges and Infinity Traffic Boost and those other ones, so that the time that it takes to skip to the next ad, they have seen a very, very, very brief idea of what Neuratech can do for them, right? And the shorts are available on the YouTube channel. All you have to do is right click, copy embed link, and paste it into your page on LeadsLeap. And it's all done for you. Let the system build it for you. And let me do it for you. Because when they've watched the 15-minute video, invite them to one of these meetings. They're Tuesdays and Thursdays. Same time, not the same bat channel, because every time I do a live on StreamYard, it's a different YouTube link, but it's the same bat time, 2 p.m. Universal Time Code. What's that? Greenwich Mean Time. Oh, they're different. No, they're not. Okay. The difference between Greenwich Mean and Universal is Greenwich Mean is just a time. And that's where the time starts. Universal Time Code is time in the same time zone, but it's on the atomic clock, so it's more accurate. So the difference between Universal Time Code and Greenwich Mean Time is milliseconds, really. Over the course of a year, a second, maybe a second and a half. So Greenwich Mean, Universal Time Code, 2 p.m. Wherever you are in the world from that, you can figure it out. All you got to do is ask Google and say, what time is it here when it's 2 p.m. in London, England, or GMT or UTC? And the Google will say, bam, 10 p.m. in the Philippines. And it's a lot easier to figure out your time that way. And it's amazing how many people know what Google is, but don't use it. I giggle a lot about that, because a lot of people in other, I think I've trained my folks enough to be able to know that all I got to do is punch it into Google and to find out. But in other groups that I belong to and other businesses, there's so many. Oh, what time is that here? What time is that in my time zone? Never mind that every link that I put out for my meetings, all you got to do is click on it, and it'll go to the YouTube page, and show you my thumbnail. I thought it was a pretty cool one today. I found that one today. That was pretty cool. The little robot at the computer. Anyway, and it'll show your local time when it is. Oh, this meeting starts in 10 hours and 42 minutes. It's so easy. And then send them that link. Be in my group, in the Telegram group. Be in Jason's. If you can't be alive and awake for mine, be alive and awake for Jason's. He's got another one going. I think later on tonight at 7, which is 3 a.m. my time. I'll try to not sleep through my alarm this time. At any rate, let us do the selling for you and bring the excitement up, right? Bring new people to these groups and these meetings. Don't be afraid to add them to the Telegram group. In my Telegram group, everyone that gets invited clicks the link to join up. I have to vet them because spammers are going insane. So I get a message saying there's so many people that have asked to join. So I click on that, send them a message stating the rules and everything. They have to agree to the rules. And as soon as I get a message back from them and say, yeah, I agree to that. I say, great, welcome to the team. You're now in the group. And I click the button so that it adds them to the group. If you know the person that is being added, just put it out in the group, and either Jason or myself will add them in. Just put, I've just invited this person. Can you please approve? All right, we'll go through the list, find them, and click approve, and they'll be immediately in the group. Otherwise, if it's just someone that's random, and that happens because I'm on the traffic exchanges, that happens. and I want to eliminate spammers. It's almost impossible, but I think I'm getting to the point where I can. They have to go through the vetting process. And if somebody knows how to program Telegram to do that, let me know, please, because I'd love to just automate that. Not that it's a huge deal right now, but wait for it, because we're going to go to town on this, and I want 1,000 people in that group by the end of February. I want 1,000 people in that group. Doesn't have to be all for me, but if it has to be, I'll do whatever I have to do to make it happen. Look at all the other places that you've got too to advertise the meetings on, the videos and your splash pages. You've got Facebook. What billions and billions and billions of people. Instagram. I know that's Facebook too, but if you're not on 47,283.2576 different social media platforms, then you're not on any. You got to be on everything, and everybody has to follow you. It never made sense to me to belong to 47,000 of them, but do so, because there's different people in different platforms. Instagram's a little different than Facebook, is a little different than TikTok, is a little different than Truth Social, is a little different than Pinterest and LinkedIn and those kinds of things, and you want to set up your little blurbs on and posts on those networks with slightly different capture things. Jason has put out, he's been very, very, very kind to us and put out several different graphics, flyers, he calls them, which technically I guess they are. It sounds a little weird, but weird calling them flyers, because a flyer is something you hand out in a parking lot. Do that too. Here's another little trick I'll tell you in a minute, but use those ones that Jason makes. They're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful, and be proud that it's got the little brand in the bottom there, because that's the group we all belong to, and we need to be proud to belong to that, because it's an awesome group. Jason is an awesome leader, and we can all learn so much from him. It's absolutely incredible, and he's busting it and going to town just as much as I am, and a couple of other people, and he's crushing it. He's doing an awesome job. So you can learn from him and use him. Learn from me, use me, please. We're here to be used. Use us and let us help you build the business that you need to build. Because of the two-step process on this, having the code. Sorry, it's getting late. I think I was up at about 5:30 this morning. So, but using the code is a two-step process. So there's a process Jason uses, and I'm going to have to talk to him about that and get it a little bit more solidified, using Telegram groups to see whose link gets signed up next. Never mind about the commissions; those will come. All right, $5 on 100. Yeah, you want to go out and if you're broke and don't have any money to spare, yeah, go out and get your $150 to pay off the certificate and make your first $100 transaction. Do that. By all means, do that. But then help those people out of those 20 or 30 people that you'll bring in that'll make that happen. There will be 1 or 2 or 3 people in there that want to build it. Work with them, and then start and let them get those commissions, right? And then all because of that, the bonuses will start racking up. The cashback commissions will start racking up. The other things will start racking up, and then all of a sudden, you'll have $1,000 in your pending, and $1,400-$1,500 in commissions that you've earned. And out of all of this, like I say, October 13th was when my advertising bot I think went to work. I have taken out $500 in cash. I have added $1,400 to my advertising budget. I have brought in, I don't want to, let me see what the number is here. Now, I'm not going to go any higher than that because information is shared that I do not want to. Last time I did this and showed people's email addresses, 3,144 people on my team now from October 13th. Did I do that? No, I brought in 75 people, 72 people. But now there's 3,144 people on my team. Every time I look at it, it's more, and I shake my head. How is this happening? Because I helped some people. And that's really all there is to it, is when you help enough people gain what they need, you will always gain what you need, right? And, it's funny because people say to me, well, what do you want? And I said, well, I want this, I want that, I look at them and say, what's it like to want? I don't understand. What's it like to want? What do you mean? I want a new car. What's it like to want? Go get one. I don't have the money. Go get it. Go get it. Here's the perfect opportunity for you to go and do that. And let us help you go and do that. You want a new car? All right, you need $100,000. We'll set a plan together as to what you need to do to make that $100,000. We go into the power line side of it, and it's so powerful that you'll be amazed at how quickly it builds. Absolutely amazed at how quickly it builds. Okay, I'll go back to there so I don't expose anybody's email addresses. And YouTube comes along and says, bad boy, bad boy, bad boy. And deletes they did that to me. They deleted my last training video like this because they said it. I did. I fully understand why, because I shared personal information and I didn't want that up there. I really, really don't, because you guys' privacy is very, very important. And had they not, I would have taken it down and then edited it out and put it back up. But at any rate, there it is. My total cash back, $2,920. Today, $40 so far. How would you not want to? Oh, 73 now, 73. Yay. That was 72 just a little bit earlier. Why would you not want to share this with people? I really don't understand it. When you have something this good, that's as easy as it is, because you can, all you have to do is get started and put a little bit of money in it and put a little bit more money in it until the money starts putting itself in it. And then all of a sudden you can start taking money out of it while still putting a whole bunch of money into it. That's all profits that are being turned over. And you're just selling and selling and selling and selling. This is up and down and up and down, and that's what sales are. No member is going to be the same as everybody else. We're all going to have different days because we're all going to have different sales, and we're all going to make money. And that's the beautiful part of it. And we help people make money. We make money. And that's all there is to it, ladies and gentlemen. And that's all what I explore the world cities. Yes, absolutely. How are you doing? Welcome and good to have you guys here. Winners are indeed always here. Thank you guys for joining with me today for my ramblings on of my Thursday night sharings. And Prakash, good to see you. Good to see you. Hello. And we'll end it here. And I'm going to try to keep these down to less than an hour. And we got 50 minutes now, unless anybody's got a question or two. I'll leave that open. If I don't see any in the next couple minutes, then we'll close it off. But yeah, I don't get why somebody wouldn't share this. I'm so excited about this. It's crazy. You know, I've got a couple of people here in the Philippines that are looking at this going, really? It's that easy? Well, I think we need to do this. All right, well, let's get going. Oh, okay. The trouble with Philippines is that money is an issue here. They don't earn a lot, and I want to help them earn a lot. But yeah, I'd love to build a million man march here. Me and another friend up in La Union are working on that, a million man march for the Philippines. So it's going to come out really, really well. And as soon as I get my car, which is supposed to be delivered tomorrow, I will start driving around and talking to people and seeing the sights and sitting on the beach and saying, you know, wouldn't it be nice to do that? Oh, wait a second, I got a message on my phone. Oh, look, I made another. And then, oh, how did you do that? I'll show you. And the beautiful part for those that are into the tax realm, you do any things like that, it's all a tax write-off, right? Buy something at the grocery store and you tell the cashier, hey, I get to write this off of my business. Can I show you how to do that too? What? And you can write off your grocery bill. It's amazing what being in business for yourself can do. All right, guys, thanks very much. We will call it a night. And just remember to use us. Don't abuse us, but use us and put us to work for you, because we want you to make as much money as you possibly can, as you want to, because the sky's the limit with Neurotech. Absolutely no limit to this. And even the sky is not the limit. You can go to Jupiter or Saturn or even Alpha Centauri and beyond the next galaxy when it comes to how big you can build this business. All right, guys,